Hi and welcome to leg injury prevention training. While trying to learn some info snippets to the Arago spot, participating in the exercise is at your own risk. And the first exercise, a warm-up exercise. We breathe in and breathe out again. And breathe in and out. Again in and out. Again in and out. Now breathe in and close the legs, and we have absorbed the opening exercise and go on with the 8 exercises to hopefully prevent leg injuries. All 8 exercises are standing on one leg. The first info snippet to the Arago spot. The Arago spot is a part of optics. So the Arago spot is a part of optics. The first exercise, we have a standing leg. The other leg is in the air with a flex foot, and we're swinging the leg to the side and in front, to the side and in front. And the toes of the leg, which is swinging, are pointing more or less forward the whole time. So, to the side and in front, to the side and in front. Arago spot. The Arago spot is a part of optics. And now we have done enough with that leg, and we can look for the second snippet. Objects can be circular. So objects can be circular. And now with the other leg. A good standing leg, the other leg with a flex foot in the air, and swing it to the side and in front, to the side and in front. The Arago spot. The Arago spot is a part of optics, and objects can be circular. A few more, and we're done with this exercise and can look for the third snippet. A circular object can have a shadow. So a circular object can have a shadow. The next exercise, now again a good standing leg, the other leg with a flex foot again in the air, we're bringing it in front and back, in front and back. Front and back. The Arago spot. The Arago spot is a part of optics. Objects can have shadows, and objects can be circular. And the fourth one is, in the middle of the shadow of a circular object can a bright spot appear. With the other leg. Again, leg in the air, flex foot, and front and back. So, in the middle of the shadow of a circular object can a bright spot appear. And we're done with the second exercise. The Fresnel Diffraction exists. The Fresnel Diffraction exists. The Fresnel Diffraction exists. Next exercise. We're bringing the leg up into a right angle with a flexed foot. We have even aligned hips, so don't be too high on one side, but even aligned hips. And we're opening the leg to the outside. And to measure the time, we breathe in. And we breathe out again, bringing the leg back into the middle and putting it control down. And again, bring it up, right angle, flexed foot, even aligned hips. Bring the leg to the outside, we breathe in. And out back into the middle and control down. Now on the other side. We bring the leg up, right angle, flexed foot, even aligned hips. To the outside, breathe in. And out back into the middle. And control down. And again, up into the middle. To the side, we breathe in. And out and control down. So the Fresnel Diffraction exists. Diffraction. A Fresnel Diffraction. The Fresnel Diffraction is the reason why a bright spot can appear in the center of a circular object. Next exercise, same setup. Bring the leg up, a right angle, flexed foot, even aligned hips. Now we are tall with back and pressing with the hand against the inside of the knee. So the Fresnel diffraction, the Fresnel diffraction, is the reason why a bright spot can appear in the middle of the shadow of a circular object. The Arago spot. Now with your leg. Bring the leg up, right angle, flex foot, even line tips, tall with the back, the pressing with the hand against the inside of the knee. The Arago spot. The Arago spot is a part of objects. Objects of optics. The Arago spot is a part of optics. The objects can be circular, and circular objects can have a shadow. In the middle of the shadow of a circular object can a bright spot appear. The Fresnel diffraction exists, and this Fresnel diffraction is the reason why a bright spot can appear in the middle of a shadow of a circular object. The next snippet. The bright spot in the center of a shadow of a circular object helped to discover that light behaves as a wave. So this bright spot in the middle of a shadow of a circular object is not mentioned here, but must be the Arago spot. Now, the next exercise. We bring the leg up, same setup, right angle, flex foot, even aligned hips, straight back, and we're pressing now with the knee up into the hand and with the knee to the side, up and to the side. The knee presses up, the knee presses to the side. Try to be tall, and up to the side, up and to the side. So this Arago spot in the middle of a shadow of a circular object helped to discover that light travels as a wave. Have you done the first leg? Behaves as a wave. And this bright spot, the Arago spot, in the center of a shadow of a circular object can be used to demonstrate that light behaves as a wave. Now with the other leg, we're bringing that leg up into a right angle, flexed foot, even line hips, straight back, and the knee presses up and to the side, up and to the side. The Arago spot, this bright Arago spot in the center of the shadow of a circular object, helped to discover and is also used to demonstrate, or can be used to demonstrate, that light travels, or light behaves as a wave. And we're done with that exercise. In everyday life, the conditions necessary are not given for this bright spot to happen. For example, because the edge of a circular object is not clear enough. So in everyday life it does not happen. It can't be encountered in real life, for example, because the edge of a circular object is not clear enough. And the next exercise, we have again a good standing leg, and we're bringing the leg up with a flexed foot. We're placing one hand on the tummy and one on the back. And now when we're bringing the leg with a flexed foot up, we're controlling with both hands that we keep a neutral position with the spine. So we're trying to bring our leg higher. If it cramps, bring it up and point the foot. We're trying to bring our leg higher. We're controlling with the hands that we keep the spine in neutral position, and we're trying to bring the leg higher. Flex foot and try to bring it higher. And try to bring it higher. Control it to have a neutral position and try to bring it higher. And we're done. I bring the leg up and flexing the foot. In real life, the edge of a circular object is not clear enough, so that this can't be encountered in everyday life. And now with your leg, you're bringing the leg again up after we have placed one hand at the tummy and one at the back, and we're trying to bring the leg higher. We control with the hands that we don't go back or something, and we keep with the spine in neutral position, and we're trying to bring the leg higher. And still are we trying to bring the leg higher. And bring it higher. Control it to have a neutral position and try to bring the leg higher. And now we are done. We are bringing the leg up and pointing the foot. And the next exercise. We are done with all the snippets. Yes, the toe points to the outside. The other foot is with the heel on the ground, and we're lifting the heel off the ground and placing it again on the ground. So lifting the heel off the ground and putting it again on the ground. Here don't do too many, don't overwork your muscles. The Arago spot. The Arago spot is a part of optics. Objects can be circular, and a circular object can have a shadow. And a bright spot can appear in the center of this shadow of a circular object. Now with the other leg again, toes pointing to the outside, heel on the ground, we're lifting the heel off the ground and placing it again on the ground. The frenzy diffraction exists, and this frenzy diffraction is the reason why a bright spot, this Arago spot, can appear in the center of the shadow of a circular object. And that there is the Arago spot, this bright spot in the center of the shadow of a circular object, helped to discover that light travels as wave, behaves as wave, and can be also used to demonstrate that light behaves as a wave. But in real life it is not to encounter, in everyday life it is not to encounter, because the edge of a circular object is not clear enough. The last exercise. We have again a good standing leg, the other leg is up in the air with flexed foot, and they're bringing that leg with a flexed foot back, and the upper part of the body goes down, and we're trying to do it in one straight line, one straight direction. So the pressure comes directly onto the biceps femoris, and we hopefully prevent any hamstring. Cheers. So you try to be tall with that leg. The Arago object. Arago object. The Arago object is part of objects. And objects of optics. Objects exist. And we are done with that leg. Now with the other leg. Same rules. Flex foot, leg back, upper part of the body down. Try to do it in the forward direction to bring the stress directly onto the biceps femoris of the hamstrings. Objects can have a shadow, and circular objects can have a shadow. So objects can be circular, and circular objects can have a shadow. And in the center of the shadow of a circular object can a bright spot appear. And this bright spot in the center of the shadow of a circular object happens because of a frenzy diffraction. And this bright spot in the center of a shadow of a circular object helped to discover and can be used to demonstrate that light travels, light behaves as a wave. And it was the Fresnel Diffraction. Fresnel Diffraction. The last exercise. We breathe in. The one from the beginning. And out. Again in. And out. Again in. And out. And last time in. And out. Again in. Also legs. And we are done with a leg injury prevention training. Now, the Arago spot. The Arago spot is part of objects. Optics. The Arago spot is part of optics. Objects can be circular. Circular objects can have shadows. And in the center of a shadow of a circular object can a bright spot appear. And this bright spot in the center of a circular object can appear because of a Fresnel diffraction. And that this bright spot in the center of a circular object can appear because of a Fresnel diffraction helps to discover that light travels as waves, or behaves as waves. In everyday life it is not accountable because, for example, the edge of a circular object is not smooth enough. I thank you very much. I'm at the end of the time. I thank you very much. Until next time.